You're live, so give it a try a second time round. Hey guys, this is going to be a really quick video because I know that it's really windy and my signal is rubbish here, so this video may cut out. But I'm in the middle of Chessington theme park. The wife and kids are queuing up for a ride, so I thought I've been thinking a lot about how the project that I'm offering, obviously I've offered a token that is equivalent to a share of a business. So it's very similar to me going into Dragon's Den, if any of you have watched Dragon's Den in the UK, where they go in and say, this is my business idea, and then they negotiate like, oh, you know, we'll own 50% of the business and we'll lend you the 30 grand. Obviously, what I'm trying to do is very similar to that, but I'm not asking for any, obviously you guys are putting money in, you'll get tokens. Those tokens are equivalent to shares, so it's like a Dragon's Den but with hundreds of you out there rather than just one or two investors. And I've been thinking a lot. Someone put in the group chat, they said, oh, I can't invest in Glenn's project. It doesn't matter, not that I'm holding it against them, but they said, oh, I can't invest in Glenn's project because I've just put a load of my money into Polkadot. Now those are very good codes, you know, really good coding, a lot more advanced than anything I can produce. But what do you actually own? All you're doing essentially is buying a token, and you're hoping that today, tomorrow, this week, it may go up 10%, may go up 20%. You look at it and it's number 9 in the crypto top listing, so even if it doubled its market cap, it may work its way up to 5th. And that's really essentially what you're hoping for. Obviously, I'm offering something a bit more than that. I'm offering, in my opinion, that you guys may completely disagree with me. Obviously, I'm offering a token that is equivalent to a business share, a business proposal, something that is real, something that you can see, touch, be a part of. I don't know, like a community. I just feel like I'm offering something a bit more than just investing in penny stocks of coding. I don't know. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I would seriously challenge anyone to have a look, do some research, and actually look into, if you invest in any coin or project on CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap, what do you actually own? Daddy! You alright? Do you want to say hello? I'm just doing a video. This is going to be the end of my video now because they're all going to pester me. Alright, you guys go off for a minute and I'll catch up with you, yeah? I'll catch up with you, yeah? Hello mate, sounds great, but I'll have to find one on the exchange. I do have something else. I support you 100%. Yeah, so go on Strife, catch up with them. Yeah, I feel like the project that I'm offering is essentially like me offering a business plan, you know, where you can own a share of it. A lot of people were asking me some really good questions in the group chat last night, and I think personally, and I think everyone should be like this before they invest their money into anything, but a lot of people, like I was getting a lot of questions yesterday. What about this? What about that? What about this? How's this going to work? Who owns that? What would happen if you died? What would happen? But yet, probably most of you watching this video would quite easily swap your Polkadot tokens or your Chainlink today on Uniswap for some new coin that's probably going to pump 10% at some point. And you wouldn't think to question the project, the team, the branding, the owner, the CEO, the team. You know, I can see a lot of you doing that, just buying it because you purely think, oh, this might go up 10%. I'm offering something that currently at today's prices is 11 pence per token, and you would own a share of a business that one would hold instant assets. So I would hold the cryptocurrency in a smart contract, so therefore it's already backed by that. So if it raises £50,000, it would have £50,000 worth of Ethereum in there, so hence it should be worth 11 pence because it's raised £50,000 worth of that many tokens. So already it's valued at its true, honest value. The second I buy an asset and add value to it, the project should be worth double that, in my opinion. So it should be worth 22 pence. Now, I'm not talking any speculation. I'm not saying, oh, my coin should pump because by the time it goes on Uniswap, all coins pump. I'm not saying that. I'm saying real world. If you have a project, a business, a token that has £200,000 worth of assets secured against it, then it should be worth £200,000. Divided by how many coins there are, that should give you the token price. A lot of coins, if you look on CoinMarketCap, are worth 5 million, 8 million, 10 trillion. For what? For what? What'd you get? Like, you know, some of them are solving real world problems, some of them are not. You know, you look at Chainlink and stuff like that, you know, people will say, yeah, but it's oracles that are linking different blockchains together. Okay, so what do you own? What do you own in that? If you buy 100 Chainlink, what will you ever own? Can you ever go to Chainlink and say, right, I own that computer, or I have a stake in this business, or I want you to develop it this way, or I don't like that type of branding. You know, what do you actually own? If you own shares in a company, you have a right. You have a right to, if the CEO is misperforming or mismanaging, you can vote to have that person evicted. If the company is not achieving its goals, you can obviously sell your stock, same as you could a token, and you can cash them in for other stocks, for other companies, and you have certain voting rights. Whereas these tokens, it's making me realise, I think, doing my own project, just how silly it all is. We're all exchanging tokens in the hope for gaining 10% profit overall, which really is against Ethereum or Bitcoin, which really goes up a couple of percent either way by itself. And normally that you need you need Bitcoin and Ethereum to pump first before all the altcoins pump, and then you have a bit of an alt season. And then, like we saw last week was a real big reminder to me that at any point Bitcoin and Ethereum go down, all these altcoins went down, all of them. They all typically went down 30 to 50%, all within the space of a week. But luckily, obviously, things have bounced back pretty quick. So everyone's like, oh, it's all right, you know, like, it's all bounced back. I'm glad I kept my holdings. But what if that went on for 2 years? Now, the project I've got, what if you held my token for 2 years? What would I do in those 2 years' time? I might accumulate 4 properties, and they would be backed against the token. So that token should always be going up in value, even if it's just valued at what assets are associated with it, should in theory always be going up in value. Now, I'm not saying it's guaranteed that it will always go up in value. I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to misguide you in any way. But I'm just saying, if you look at it as a... you look at any business and they're always valued based on what they produce versus what debt they've got against their name. And a lot of these coins, they don't have any debt, or they might do, but they typically don't have debt because they've raised money through selling the tokens. Sounds more stupid the more I think about it. And really, this sounds really sad, guys. I don't mean to be negative. If I had just created a coin and all I'd done was I owned 100% of it, and I just sold it to a couple of close mates and they bought 5 grand's worth of it from me, and I just dumped it on Uniswap, and then you all started buying it because you thought it was pretty cool. The only way that company can make money is if I sell my majority share, even if I sold 5%, 10% at a time. Once the price went up, I have to dump on you, which means I'm always selling against the people that believe in my project all the time. And that is what all these coins... Do you think Chainlink, when it went up to $19 a token, you don't think the 70% that they have in reserve, they didn't sell any of that? Like, come on. I think there was an article that came out saying CEO is selling off a majority share of his Chainlink. Of course he is. It's at an all-time high. So it makes it... I've tried to make the most honest and clear, transparent, user-friendly, you know, as legit thing as I could. I've stuck to all the FCA guidelines. I've put up 100% of the tokens up for sale, which are tied to shares of the company. And yet people are asking me, well, what happens if you die? You know, or, which I don't mind. I should say, but it just makes me think, like, if I just put this on Uniswap, would people ask me the same questions? If I just dumped it on Uniswap and people said, hey Glenn, your token's gone up like from 1 cent to 2 cents, it's at all-time high, brilliant, I'm going to sell 10% of my coins now, and then it goes back down to 1 cent, and people might say, oh, that's a failure, but I'm sitting there laughing because I've sold 10 million of 1 penny, you know, which is like 100 grand. So it's quite easy. I think it can be quite easy, and I understand why a lot of these projects are doing what they're doing. I get it, but it's just not good for the end user. It's not good for us. And you know, someone in the group chat, I won't point names, but they said, oh, what about Bitcoin? I said, well, Bitcoin's different. Bitcoin has a decentralized nature, and the only way it's worth anything is what people are willing to pay for it. There's no one entity dumping all the supply on top of you. There may be several exchanges that all work together and doing that, but eventually they're going to run out of supply, and then they'll be like, oh shit, we need more supply, so then they're going to have to buy whatever the price is then, which means the price is going to go up. Like, I think the exchanges, there was a report that came out, the exchanges have got the lowest supply of Bitcoin that they've had since 2016, and obviously we know what happened in 2017. So Bitcoin, in my opinion, is really the only real decentralized token out there. Now, does that mean I'm saying that you shouldn't invest in any projects? No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying you should really seriously think about what is it that you own with that token supply. Do you own any rights, governance, stake, share? Some of them are just offering staking rewards. Like if you look at, I don't know, Hex, Tezos, that's all they're just, their whole business plan is, oh, if you buy our token, you can stake it and you can earn 10% or whatever. That's it. Well, if that's all it does and it works, that coin is worth something. But some of these coins, I think people are just buying because they look pretty. Polkadot seems to be the new one that's come out this week. Everyone's going to be talking about Polkadot. I'm sure it'll pump at some point to $10 a coin and everyone will be talking about it. But then the person who owns, I think, didn't they do like a 10x denomination of their tokens? So now people have got like 100 million tokens or something like that instead of 100. I don't know. At some point, the development team that want to raise £3 million to continue doing what they want to do, they have to sell 3 million worth of that token on someone, and that someone's going to be you. Unless you get out quick enough, then you're all right. But that is how projects work. I've designed something that doesn't work like that. It works the opposite. You buy it at the beginning, it's up to you what you do with it. I don't sell any of the tokens. I probably won't even be a majority shareholder of them. But there you go. I'll leave that up to you. Have think about that today while you're buying these altcoins. And if you are looking to invest in something that's going down a slightly different path, look at etherhomes.com. That's it, guys. Bye.